Hi Libra. Welcome to your December reading. Season's greetings. Also, calm down. I know your emotions are all over the place. And I know you have a million reasons why you think so. But no, the reason your emotions are all over the place is because there's a lot you want to say, but first it needs to be processed and you don't know how to process it. But then Venus in Scorpio is going to make you process it. And instead of doing the work, you're going to want to be jealous and possessive and weird. And that'll just keep you stuck. So we're not going to do that. Oh, you just swear there's so much going on that isn't in your love life. In your work life, absolutely people are talking behind your back. There's hella gossip. People may be even trying to take money out of your pocket. Terrible. But the confusion you feel, the stagnation you feel, has to do with these emotions that want to be processed. But Venus in Scorpio just gives you such an edge that instead of doing the work, you're just all over the place. Your emotions are just flying, right? So intense to the point where you're like, wait, is this me? Like, I'm friendly. I'm a nice person. I don't do this kind of stuff. This is so Scorpio of me, and I'm not a Scorpio. So what is the deal? For the next few weeks, you will be like a Scorpio. So let's get used to it. And just like I told Scorpios yesterday, don't give in to it because you think you're right and you're not right. Your heart is scared because it's time for super responsible love. And as soon as things get responsible, we're talking marriage, kids, retirement, whatever stage of life you're in, all of a sudden you start to worry. Who's gonna take what from me? And what can I do about it? Help. When that help isn't said out loud and it's only said in the mind, you can't get mad at people for not helping you. That's what you're gonna learn, is that if you want help, you have to talk. You have to say something, but don't say it yet. Oh, no, I'm not even trying to be annoying. It's just annoying. I get it. Let me refer to my notes before I get myself in trouble here. Yes, emotions are all over the place. Yes. When Venus moves into Sag on the 15th, things calm down, but also it begins a term where you can basically ask for what you want. So you want to process, you want to keep things to yourself, you don't want to freak out, but then even though you're really going to want to, okay, that's established. Then as soon as Venus moves into Scorpio, you get to really talk about what it is that you're feeling and what it is that you need to change so that you can go ahead with this grown-up, very intense love that you're feeling. You need people to step up. Perhaps you need someone to step up and be a better partner, be a better parent, be a better provider, be a better boss. Regardless of what it is, you have these gripes. And when you get to between the 15th and the 20th of December, you will be in this sweet spot where you can be this alchemist and you can really get your point across. You've thought about it enough. You've kept it to yourself. You've gone through it and you know exactly what you want to ask for. If you do it before then, it's just going to come out as rage and confusion and probably in a way that keeps you way more stuck than moving you forward. And by moving you forward, I mean, very serious love, very serious commitments to work, to people, to children. Again, this card comes up of suspicion. So your environment at work, if you're currently having to deal with other people, it's getting pretty difficult to see who you can trust. So the suspicion that you're throwing on your love life should actually be aimed at your work life, because not everybody you're working with is quite sincere. And it's a problem because you like to be surrounded with people that you can trust. But it doesn't matter, because between the 15th and the 20th, you'll figure it out. And then we come into such a profitable time for you. So if you're not looking to get pregnant, be really careful. I always want to say that when the Empress comes up, because she is pregnant. And also, you know, there are some risks that you've been wanting to take in terms of relationships. So if you really like someone, you want to tell them, wait until the end of December. If you want to try your hand at something new, go for it in the third part of December. If you have someone in your life that you wish would make a move on you or be better to you, these are things that you can easily communicate now. Whereas before it just seemed like lots of complaining, lots of suspicion, nagging even. By the end of December, you're not nagging anymore. Now you're just being super responsible and you want to clear things up. That's the most important thing. You really want clarity, be it the gossipy people at work, your partner, your potential significant other, your friendships. There's been so much muddy water recently with you. And in the daily horoscopes, I've been telling you every day, Libra, don't react, because you can't really see straight right now. There's a fog around you. But at some point that gets really frustrating, right? Because you feel like you have so much to say. Okay, so journal about it, speak to your friends about it if you want to. But if you make the mistake of going ahead before all of this information, all of this emotion is properly processed, you're just going to end up shooting yourself in the foot and causing yourself delays, which is what the Hanged Man is about. The Seven of Cups Hanged Man is about those delays caused by confusion. So we just don't want our confusion getting out there where other people can see it. You're confused in your head? Okay, cool. You're angry about stuff? Okay, cool. Until Venus moves into Sag, just keep it in your mind. I don't want to act like a Scorpio. That's not me. I don't want that energy. I just want to chill. So even though my head is telling me this, I'm going to allow this process to happen. I'm going to let this information filter through me. And then when I feel like the road is clear and that people will actually be able to hear me and respect what I'm saying, then I'm going to talk. That's going to take 2 weeks from now. So sit tight. The thing with jealousy and possessiveness is that it takes the smallest little bit of it to create a wildfire. And we're in Sag season where that fire wants to burn. So any little thing you do is going to get turned into a huge argument anyway. If you're afraid that your partner is being unfaithful, if you're afraid that the person you're talking to is talking to other people, and I'm not saying they're not. I mean, the cards are obviously saying there is some deceit going on. I'm saying that there's no point in doing anything about it until either you've figured out exactly what you want to say, what the consequences will be, what consequences you're prepared for, and also the temperament that you need. You, above everybody else, knows that what you say most times isn't as important as how you say it, right? So this is a very Libra quality, to be able to say really mean things in like a Regina George sweet way that really throws people off. They're like, oh, she's so sweet, or he's so sweet, or they're so sweet. Wait, did they just insult? No, because you're doing it with a smile. You're doing it in the cutest way possible. That is part of your power, is that you can kill people with kindness. For the first 2 weeks of December, you don't want to kill them with kindness. You just want to kill them. And it will throw off your entire vibe, your entire flow, what people know about you, what your reputation is. And we don't want to do that. We want all of that to remain intact, especially if there is deceit going on. Because if that's the case, you want to be in the righteous position of being able to point it out with proof and a clear mind. If you do it before then, you just look nuts. And you're not. So let's not do that. Let's pull that energy back. Also, what do I have written here? Yeah. So this Hanged Man and this Three of Swords has a lot to do with the past. Some of you feel really hung up by guilt. It may be a situation where you feel you acted badly, or you made the wrong choices, or you really hurt somebody, you lied on somebody, or you lied to someone, and now you're having these pangs of guilt. You want to somehow atone for this. The thing with atonement and repenting is that if you don't have a reason for why you did what you did, just apologizing to someone is just going to kick up a lot of dust. It's not actually going to accomplish anything unless you can come with, oh, well, this is why I did what I did. This was my issue, or this, or simply, you know, I don't know why I did what I did, but I'm really, really, really sorry. Even if that's what you want to say, you should wait for that 15th to 20th window to say it, because your words will land. Before then, you could even use the same words and it won't make a difference. Or, you know, what you could do is just not say anything and move forward with your life. Because the fear is that you'll use that guilty energy. Oh, it's like snakes. It just crawls all over my face. The fear is that you'll use that energy as an excuse to either go back to somebody or start something up with someone that wasn't very good for you. This could even be a friendship. It could be an ex that's reached out to you and you haven't said anything yet. And then, you know, mid-December, you start to feel this urge to respond. You don't have to respond. Even if you're sorry, you can make peace with the universe without getting back into a toxic situation. Getting into toxicity is not penance. Play that back. Now, the thing about wanting to clear stuff up. So through all this fog, you have observed some truths. Your mind hasn't quite been able to put it together yet. But if you're with a partner who you think is cheating on you, if you're hanging out with friends who you think are gossiping about you, if you work in an environment where you feel like people are, you know, maligning you, you have peeped it here and there. And you may have already had some really jealous moments or really angry moments. So now the perfect thing to do is pull back and go into this, you know, really observant mode, high priestess mode even, where you're letting them, just give them rope. Just give them rope. No more outbursts, no more being upset, no more risking your peace and your happiness so somebody else can just lie to you and deny it. We're going to pull all of that back. And then after the 19th, excuse me, when Saturn and Jupiter move into Aquarius, when you have them both in your sister sign, that's when you're going to say, okay, I want to clear some things up. Where do we start? And then do your thing. So 15th, you can start saying things that you want, telling people what you want, demanding even what you want, especially if you're in a relationship or a job situation where you feel like you're not getting your due. From the 15th to the 20th, say what you want. When it comes to the lies, the deceit, clearing things up, clearing your name, wait until after the 19th, and from the 19th to the 31st, go for it, because you have all the energy supporting you. Everything wants to organize around you. All the truths want to come out. Your luck is expanding. You also have some incredible money opportunities coming to you that are based on your relationships with others. So when Venus is in Scorpio, no, it's not the most, wonderful time for your love life, but it is quite wonderful when it comes to getting together with people and doing some projects and collabing, making things happen, connecting, networking. So work on that stuff while putting all this other stuff to the side till mid-December and late December. Until then, you have more than enough on your plate with work associations, collaborations, networking, communicating. This may be as simple as, tomorrow or the day after you sit down and you just answer all your emails and go through all your emails and all your correspondence. And within a week or so, you'll start to see responses coming back, very positive. People want to work with you. Money starts coming in, money starts flowing just from that bit of effort. So keep that in mind. When your mind is trying to take you in all these different directions, come back to center, okay? Focus on work. And then towards the end of the month, you can take the swords out. And from now until the 15th, figure out what you want. Because from the 15th to 20th, you can have it if you want it and you ask. So what are you gonna ask for? You have a bunch of days to figure it out. Just don't get stuck. Now it's not about being emotional, even though you really, really want to be. Now you got to be logical. You got to be rational. You got to be practical, because this real, responsible, grown-up love that wants to come into your life wants you to be a real, responsible grown-up before it can do so. For your mental health, the best thing that you can do is spend time with people you trust implicitly. If there's no doubt in your mind how they feel about you, go hang out with them. You need to be around some safety and security, emotional safety and security. Good? I loves it. I mean, just if I was going to throw my personal opinion in there, I love when you get into let's clear things up mode, because the savagery is hidden so well within you. No one knows. Well, they get glimpses of it here and there, but no one really knows how incredibly savage you can be until they've been on the wrong end of that sword once. And generally people never want to do it again, which I find super entertaining to watch. Is that selfish? Probably. Is it extremely entertaining? Yes. Should you hold people to task who have not been honest with you? Absolutely. Should you admonish those who have gossiped about you and are just kind of chatty Cathys and should know better? Absolutely. Yes. Should you video it and send it to me? No. But you're welcome to do so. I love you. Let's look at these cards. Hi, Libra. Welcome to the second part of your reading. Well, I didn't need a break. If anything, I've been dying to get back to this reading. I just had some family obligations to take care of. So that's new. Usually the first part of a reading can really exhaust me and I need to give it a day to figure it out in my head, but this is really clear to me, and I think that says something about the airiness of the issue. When it comes right down to it, you're a really nice person, and you don't want to mess with that, especially not when whatever it is that's going on, it will get solved, and you will handle it with the class and the intelligence that you handle everything else. So to break character for 2 weeks just because the planets are pushing you to do so, it's not really worth it. You could instead see it as a test. Sure, there isn't a lot that makes you lose your cool, but deceit, confusion, stagnation, heartbreak, betrayal,
I mean, you're only human. Of course you want to lose your cool. And if I haven't impressed upon you enough, why not? Let me explain to you again. If the point is you want to be taken seriously, then you should wait. If you're interested in people actually hearing what you have to say and not just shrugging it off as whining or nagging, then you have to wait. If what you want is for the people who have hurt you to understand what they've done and pay the consequences for it, then you have to wait. So basically all the things that you want, whether you end up being right or wrong, you'll know that in 2 weeks. You'll know around the solar eclipse if your suspicions were on the mark or not. Until then, the name of the game is don't make a fool out of yourself, which you rarely do, which is why I'm saying, why do you want to mess with a winning streak? You've got this. You've had it for a long time. Of course, the people around you have made mistakes in the past and they will again. It's up to you if you want to forgive them and move forward, or if you want to be done with it. Whether it's a relationship, a friendship, it doesn't matter. A work relationship. What you can't do is sit on the fence anymore. And so in true extreme Libra fashion, once you jump off the fence, you want to go and make extreme sweeping decisions. You've been on the fence this long. There's got to be a reason, right? Now, you shouldn't jump to conclusions, but here's what you should do. You should make up your mind about what it is that you really want and if your actions can back it up. Because if your actions can't back up what you want, you're going to stay in this limbo and stay confused and keep feeling hurt and deceived for a long time. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Sorry about that. My best friend called. Okay, so you see what I mean about your actions backing up what you are saying and the decisions you're making, right? Because you don't want to be in the unfortunate position of confronting someone on their betrayal or dishonesty and then staying with them and they continue to do what they're doing and you continue to be upset and yet you don't do anything and they don't change and you don't change, and then what? Then you lose respect for yourself, they lose respect for you, but who cares what they're doing? More than anything, you have to live with yourself. So the decisions you make now are the decisions that shape 2021 for you. Not to put too much pressure on you. I know you don't deal well with pressure, but a lot of these situations have been needing to be addressed for a while. So, like I said, wait until that third half of the month, last third of the month, and the suspicious, impulsive, jealous, possessiveness will die down, and what you'll be left with is the truth. And if there is any betrayal there, you address it. You address how you're feeling. You say what you want. Be very clear. You spend these 2 weeks getting clear about what you want. You have that gorgeous alchemical moment around the solar eclipse where you decide that everything has to go clean now. And then from there, you come into this beautiful last third. You say what you want, you get what you want, you're clear on what you want, you're ready to be responsible, you're ready to be a grown-up, and you're ready to make some hard choices and back them up. So just wait. No matter how you feel, wait, observe, and then go for it. Good. If you would like more clarity on these cards and on this reading, check out the extended reading. There's links below through Vimeo and the instant extended. There's also a Q code on the end screen if you would rather buy the extended that way. If you're interested in getting a 7 to 10 minute personal recorded reading sent to your inbox, check out the Cameo link. That's also below. If you're interested in having a one-on-one video chat reading, those are done on Tuesdays, and there's 4 sessions a week. They usually sell out pretty fast. There's a link to that below. If you would like to attend the next online get-together, we call them satsangs, and they happen at the full moon of every season. The next one is on December 30th. Excuse me, sorry. I'm just gonna drink some water. The next one, inshallah, is on December 30th. And there are tickets for that below. There's an Eventbrite link below for that. And if you are interested in these gorgeous rings, we will be restocking smaller sizes soon. Our production has just been slowed down because of world events. This is the High Priestess and this is the Empress, and they are both available at the link below. And there's also an Instagram link below where you can see RevFam rocking the rings. Very cute. And if you're interested in a look at the daily astrology and the transits of the day and how they affect your sign, head on over to @thequietestrevolution on Insta, where we do a daily horoscope. Well, Libra, I think that about covers it. I fully expect you to come out of this feeling great, doing great, looking great. So keep the faith, keep quiet until it's time to swing those swords. I love you, love you, love you. I'll see you in the extended right now.